Hello, Vanessa. Hold on. Hold on one second. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am going to have Vanessa come in here. We are just waiting here. Hold on. There we go.
Sorry,
Hi,
a little
Vanessa.
late.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. We're live.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, I need to hurry up, and I kind of got carried away with, working on stuff. So,
I know you're
yeah, I
busy.
was like, okay.
Hi, Sherry. Vanessa, somebody said in the last
Let me go
chat,
back.
if we both turn our volume down, the feedback will be better. They thought maybe on your end to keep the volume lower, and we'll see
To
if that
turn our
works.
volume.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, everybody here in the chat.
Let's see here.
Hi, Wolf Cat Witch. How are you? Nice to see you. So I just posted on Instagram. I'm hoping that the feedback's not too bad. I'm looking forward to today, too, that we were going to talk about holiday gift ideas today. Packing for a trip, like what to bring. And I did say that we were going to assign pens to all of the cast members of Schitt's Creek. Hi, Erica.
Yeah.
Because this is a real serious chat we're having.
Yes. It's extremely serious. We all have to know what the characters of Schitt's Creek, what their pens would be.
What they would be. Vanessa, tell me about your day. I know you're packing for Turkey, so I'm sure you had a lot going on today. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, just starting to get things together, writing down a list of things I need to get done before I go, such as, just silly little things. Like I do need to repaint my fingernails because they're getting kind of wore out, but come next weekend, they'll be definitely ready to be redone. So I'm going to be doing that this week. It's very important to have my nails looking all right, makes me feel better.
Plus, we're handling pens all the time. I feel like my hands are always in the shot.
Yes. Let's see if I can get enough light over here. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark.
It is getting so dark here on the East Coast. It gets dark so early. It's 4:02 and it's almost dark. My mom just came to pick up Lumpy because we're going to New York City for a few nights. So she came to pick up her grand puppy, and she likes to get home before it gets dark. So she was here at 3:00 in order to be home before it got too dark.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, it's the same here. It's been getting dark super early, and it's been very overcast today, and we've been experiencing a lot of wet weather lately. So, but it's Houston, that's to be expected. We're on the Gulf Coast, and so it does tend to get pretty wet and very humid here. So
this time of year as well, still?
I mean, it's not as humid as it usually is, but pretty much all year round, especially if there's not a cold front that's blown through anything, you can pretty much face humidity at any time.
Anytime.
Yes, anytime.
Hi, David. Thanks for coming into the chat. So do we want to start? Do you happen to have a bag, a pen in a pouch, or a planner or anything like that to share with us?
I do. Let's see. I'm putting on a little hand lotion and my hands are feeling a little dry. So yeah, you kind of got me. You caught me. All right. So today's bag, or this week's bag, is this adorable little, just kind of make her look nice and cute. This little Yves Saint Laurent.
That's beautiful.
Is
that like a tweed?
Yes, it's a multicolored tweed. I think it's referred to as boucle. It's some French word that I don't know how to say, but yeah. So I believe this one is the Lulu, or no, it's the Lou. The Lulu is the other bag that flaps over. So this is the Lou camera bag, and it has a fun little tassel.
That little tassel is fun. A little dominatrix.
I just hit people. If I was like, get out of my way.
If you don't have your knife or your brass knuckles, that will come in handy.
Exactly. So, and then the pen that I have been carrying around with me, I took it out of my bag earlier because I felt like using it. I've been using this Radius pen a lot from the Black Friday
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it writes so nice. And the pen kimono I've been keeping in is from Helen's Creations. She makes these herself.
That's so
Just
beautiful.
absolute, isn't it? Just the most beautiful
Looks like a little
Japanese
pillow of
textile.
satin that you get to slip into.
I know. It's a little sleeping bag for this pen.
It looks really nice with the pen because it has some iridescent shimmer to it, that pen.
Yeah,
The
it matches
color.
the pen really nice. And then someone said, well, do you have a knife in there? It's like, well, I mean, yeah, of course. Let me just take it out real quick.
What do we have here?
It was really hard to fit it into this bag this week. You know, it's
Is
a
that
lot to
seriously a
carry
knife?
around. Yes.
Oh.
It's a pocket knife. Can't you tell?
I am just fascinated. This is such a foreign world to me.
You know, what's funny is I like quirky things. I'm kind of quirky, and I collect things that are, you know, I like things to be really miniature or really oversized. So I actually saw this. It was a blanket that I ordered for my son one year, and you know, they have like little weapons and stuff like that. And I saw this, and it was like $18. I was like, I have to get this
for $18.
I mean, it's actually it's wood.
It's attractive for a knife.
It is actually not. So if you want to see the size difference between this knife and an actual pocket knife that I would normally carry. So here you go. There's your size
hysterical. Wolf Kate Witch says we can't carry en masse. No, we can't. I always say I think.
Well, no, I can't carry this.
If I showed up in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas you can legally carry a small knife and your knuckles if you feel like you need to, or you know, if you want to carry your gun, you can carry it. You can even open carry it if you have a good holster. And yeah,
interesting.
Texas is different from the rest of y'all. So
for the rest of y'all, yeah. I noticed my daughter is a fitness instructor at Penn State, and she cannot address her audience as you guys. And I don't know if that is a Northeast thing, because we always say you guys, and we mean everybody in the group. It's inclusive, but because it's guys, she can't say it. And it's funny because we don't say y'all. And I feel like that's the only other alternative to you guys.
Yeah.
It's like y'all or you guys.
Yeah, y'all has so many variations of it. You know, it's like, you know, you guys we'd say y'all of.
Y'all is far more inclusive.
Y'all is it's all encompassing.
It is, but it's like very anti-Boston. Like if you say y'all, you just think Southern, you know what I mean? And so nobody from Boston says y'all, you know? But I wish we did sometimes, because it includes everyone. Yes, we say you guys.
I grew up saying that. Yeah, I grew up saying y'all. It's part of our language.
Yes, I learned yins when my kids went to Penn State. Yins is a PA thing, which I've recently
never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
more prevalent in Pittsburgh? Maybe yins is definitely a PA thing. And if you're Italian in the Northeast, you say "yous guys."
So okay, so what is yins? What is yins?
Like, what does it stand for? Okay, they say
you guys. Like, what is it?
Well,
like
I don't know what yins is, but I think it means you all. Yins. Yins
that
going
is
to
really
the party tonight. I don't know.
Huh. That is very cool. And I cannot say that word, whatever that was.
That was a challenge for me as well.
Pencil tacky?
Pencil tacky.
Wow.
Pencil tucky.
Pencil tacky?
Okay.
Pencil tucky. That is interesting.
I feel like I'm still getting my feedback, and it makes me really sad.
I know.
If I turn my volume down, is that any better?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell here. But
so you shared a bag in your everyday
pen and yes.
Okay. So I have today, only because I have been I didn't use it for a really long time. and this is like my business binder, and I've been using it more because I think I went through like about a year phase where I was really liking my planners and ring binders. And then when I discovered like Hobonichi and journaling, I kind of ditched the rings and I went to just straight up journals. But I've been using this a lot. I've been feeling more professional lately. I've had like a couple calls. I keep all like my sponsors in here and passwords and businessy stuff, but I feel like I've been referencing it more frequently. So I decided to take this with me, and I really feel like my new Peloton M800 goes really nice.
It does.
With my the only trouble is all of the Louis Vuitton notebooks that I have. I got my little bit of leopard in here.
I love that.
Kind of lousy. They're too small for fountain pens. So I have a vintage Mont Blanc Noblesse that fits in here, but not much else.
Okay. So do you clip your pen onto the little thing, or
the thing about this notebook is it really doesn't leave my house. So what I do is I just clip it this way, clip it on like that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if it's something smaller, I can go from the bottom up and it will stay that way. But it's kind of a downside to these. And this is the largest size. The smaller ones are even worse. And then this is so beat up, this bag. When I worked at American Girl, we used to get Christmas bonuses, which was pretty rare for like part-time hourly help. They're owned by Mattel. And when they first opened, there was just like a line out the door. American Girl was so huge at the time.
Oh, I imagine.
So I got like a $500 bonus my first year working there. And we had a Louis Vuitton at the mall where the store was located. So I took my bonus and I put it towards this bag, which is called the Delightful. They don't make it anymore, and it's so beat up.
Oh, I know the Delightful.
But it's great.
Yeah, that's a great bag.
I feel like the past couple of years I wasn't using it as much because all the small bags were in, and this just feels like it feels like luggage. And at one point, the strap was getting really all the water. It was like in bad condition, and I sent it out to somebody who paints the leather. So I had it painted black because I really love the black trim on these bags. So he went ahead and painted all the trim black. If you look closely, you can see that it's kind of starting to wear off, but I love it because I wear so much black. It really suits me, and it really like gave the bag like a facelift. I just saw a recent picture of my oldest son, Anthony, working at a local apple farm when I think he was 12 or 13 when he got that job. And I was carrying this bag and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that bag is that old. This bag is that old. But American Girl opened in 2008. So I probably got this in like 2010 or something.
Right.
But it's an oldie, but it's cute. I love it. And that's it. That's my little trio here. What's everybody sharing in the chat today?
That's Sherry Cowell. She's new to the world of fountain pens and would like an intro to Vanessa.
Oh, Sherry, I am such a bad hostess. I am very sorry. Vanessa, this is Vanessa, the Pen Gangsta. You can find her under the Pen Gangsta on Instagram. She has been doing pen reviews on YouTube for several years, and that is how I discovered Vanessa, was through her pen reviews. And then Vanessa and I met each other at the Orlando Pen Show because Vanessa was hosting the wax seal class that she was teaching through Esterbrook Pens, and I took her class. And we met and we chatted, and then I invited her to do this weekly live show with me that maybe one day we may turn into a podcast. So we're just kind of taking it week by week and enjoying the conversation. But you've been into pens since like maybe 2016, I think you said, Vanessa?
About that time. So it's, Lori she met me in Orlando, and she just couldn't get enough. She's like, I can't hang out with you in Texas. So what if we hung out this way?
That's right. We need a weekly chat because, and I love Vanessa has a real dry sense of humor, and she's very go with the flow, which is much like I consider myself pretty free flowing as well. And we tried to record this twice, not live, on a different stream. and Vanessa's connection had trouble connecting to the server we were using.
Mhm.
And so that same day on the second trial, we said, why don't we just try this live? And then it was just easy for both of us because we were able to chat with everybody and the conversation went in
Right.
different directions. There's no
Right.
editing. And so we thought that this would be an easier way to reach everybody. And yeah, we really enjoyed it. So this is our third week in a row. We didn't even really talk today. We mentioned a couple things before. We know we share a pen, a bag, and a planner or whatever, a pouch.
Right.
And that's about as far as our framework goes. Last week we said we would maybe talk about holiday gift ideas,
Mhm.
which we'll be doing
Right.
today. Yeah, so if you
Right.
all have suggestions for us or questions in the chat, we'll go in any direction.
Yeah, totally. We're just going with the flow.
Yeah, Vanessa, my daughter just got into wax sealing, and I showed her your Insta account. She loved it.
Oh, good. Good. That's awesome. Yeah, wax sealing is so much. It's so much fun. It's very relaxing. It's very I find it to be very creative with, the aspect of mixing different wax seal beads, and then you can add glitter or even like gold leaf elements to it.
Mm.
And it's
I
it's
love
something new
seeing the
every
wax
time.
combos. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
about
that's what
everybody
I
in the
like
chat, but if
those.
you follow Vanessa, this is me when I watch her pen things. I just go like this. I tilt my head and I watch the wax melt, and like 10 minutes go by.
Well, hey, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I'm doing the same thing on the other end. I'm just watching them while I'm
It's
like,
so
and then when
pretty.
it's time, I
I
just
love
like
to see the
I pour.
combos.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it's very relaxing. It's something I really enjoy doing.
Yes,
So
if
that's
any of
great.
you
Your
wanna
daughter's
go
into
to
it.
a pen show and you have an opportunity to take Vanessa's class, I really encourage you to do so. It's so much fun. You got a lot of supplies in that class too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the materials needed for wax sealing, it's really not overly expensive. It's actually one of the most inexpensive hobbies I think around.
Do you have
So,
some
and you can do it.
Thank you,
What?
Cherries. That's so nice. We have
Oh,
fun together. Do you have recommendations where people could get some, like, starter kits, or where do you get your wax beads?
I get them a lot. You can find a lot of stuff on Amazon.
Mhm.
You could also find stuff on Temu. Am I saying that?
Temu?
Temu.
Mhm.
Temu, I know some people don't trust it. I've actually ordered from them quite a few times, and it's arrived without any problems. I haven't had any compromised bank account information, knock on wood. I,
Is that something
I,
that's happening with Temu?
I guess that's happened. My son unless he's just picking on me, he keeps warning me about it. I'm like, I'm good. I was like, don't worry about it. I think they're like the same company owned by Sheen. They're
Mm,
very similar.
mm. Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
mean, it's kind of like the fast fashion of
Hmm.
Amazon. But the funny
Yeah.
thing is I think Amazon people overlook that probably some of the stuff being sourced on Amazon is not
It's
it's
from
so different.
yeah. It's the same stuff on that Temu. Like you'll
It's
find
just
a
less
lot of the same
expensive.
things. Yeah, and then they triple the price on Amazon. So I
Mhm.
always go to Temu. You order and usually get it in about a week to a week and a half. So
Yeah, friends in the chat are saying they haven't had any problems.
yeah, I haven't had any problems either.
I have been approached by Temu. They're very aggressive with their marketing. You've probably received something from them on your YouTube channel. They want to sponsor a lot of people, and they're very aggressive.
Yeah.
For my thrift channel, it's all about like sustainability and recycling and stuff. So that is kind of like
Right.
anti-brand for that
Yeah.
channel. But on my second channel, on Time with Tata, I feel like there are so many fun organizational tools and craft things, and you can get Jinhao pens really inexpensive on
Oh
Temu
yeah.
as well. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's not a bad place for beginners with fountain pens, I think it's a great place to start. I mean, you can get the same stuff
Definitely.
on Amazon or AliExpress, but the pricing on Temu is just so inexpensive.
It is. And then like if you get a certain amount, I think it's $20, they'll ship it for free.
Wow.
So it's really nice. So what's up, Monica?
Hi, honey. How are you? Hi,
Showed
Monica.
up.
Thanks for being here. So how is the feedback on my end? I'm still hearing it a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad.
I don't hear anything.
My weekly woes of feedback. And we're not talking about puns. So some companies have started to advertise their Black Friday specials. So maybe we can move into what are some items on people's holiday wish list, or are you purchasing pens for anybody for the first time? I'm just, maybe we can talk about some specials. I just want to see Carmela Pen Show. Oh, they're back. Fantastic.
Oh, that's good to know.
Do you know where the new venue is, Kate?
Yeah. Maybe I'll show up.
You can stay here. I think last year it was in Westford.
Is it at the Ritz?
I doubt it.
They were having it like at a Holiday Inn, weren't they?
Were they at the Holiday Inn? I don't know.
It may
have been like a Holiday Inn Express. Sherry, which Banu did you get? Banus are so much fun. Oh, it's not posted yet.
They really are. And they're so colorful. So colorful. So
what is your favorite? These are my Banus that I have. Cool. And all but one was purchased secondhand. So this is the one that I love so much. Oh, she got 3. Don't be embarrassed. This is a safe place.
Oh, goodness. No, don't be embarrassed. That's not embarrassing. Not at all. You go, girl.
I love my iced caramel latte. Isn't it so much fun? I just filmed a currently in video. What it does, doesn't it? Oh, see.
I mean, it looks yummy. I could eat that pen.
Delicious. Oh, Gold Coast and one other. Oh, she got that caramel latte. Ooh, Wolf Kate Witch has 7. I do not have the what's the size down for the talisman? I need to get a talisman one. I'm looking.
Oh, the talisman. The talisman, that's my favorite model from Banu.
Because I feel like this is a little big for me. I already
think that's their top of the line.
Say again, Vanessa.
And that's more of their more top of the line of their pen offerings. So
the Euphoria,
True Unicorn, you got that one. That's a good one.
Talisman.
Talking to Cherie.
Vodka and ice bourbon. True Unicorn. I have Atlas pens. Atlas just came out with one, like a New Year's one that's really pretty as well. I've only been collecting for 4 months, and oh gosh.
Oh.
I am,
You just wait.
I'm only
give her a couple
more case, so you're in good company. So I got these 2 secondhand. My vodka on the rocks, and I love bourbon. It's so pretty.
Yeah,
and I got a Briolette.
It's a nice one.
It's really cute, but I'm waiting for like winter for this because I got it in the heat of summer, and I feel like it's like an icy winter pen.
It does look like a ice winter sparkly. Oh, was I saying it wrong? Did I say your name wrong? Charisse.
Oh, Charisse.
Is that better?
Charisse. Yeah, thank you for that.
I said Charisse.
Oh, Charisse.
And yeah, I'm really not good with pronouncing anything.
I'm pretty terrible as well. Is there a way? I feel like there should be a way for me to be able to share a screen. Like I'd love to share the new that Atlas has out. The new Atlas one is gorgeous. Royal pen.
I don't think I've seen the new.
It's really pretty. Atlas. It's kind of like whites and blues and silvers. It looks like a New Year's Eve pen. It's really pretty. It is.
So it's very festive looking.
It is. Oh, you know what? I can probably find it on my phone so we can show it. Yeah, and I'm in the affiliate program. They've kind of given a little sneak peek at what they're going to share for Black Friday, and it looks like they're going to have some really good deals. Atlas Stationers. What are we looking up? Benu.
I wonder if Apple.
If he's going to do his 20% off again, I would love it.
I'm gonna have to. I'll have to bother him about that. Go, Yost, come on, man.
Seriously, buddy.
Black Friday, come on.
So this one's called Millennium. Let me get a close up.
Oh my goodness.
It is pretty.
That is pretty. Oh wow, I might have to get that. That is a really beautiful pen. My goodness.
$149.
I love that silver.
Exclusive.
That's not bad. You know, that's what Benu. That's one of the things I like about Benu is that you get a really good quality pen, and it's not overpriced, in my opinion. You know, because it seems like nowadays a lot of pens, even with a stainless steel nib, you can't really seem to get one under $100 anymore. They're usually between $100 and $200. So, but yeah, Benu, I think you get a good pen for the amount of money you spend on it. So
yeah, and it's a unique pen too.
Oh yeah, they're very unique. There's no other pens out there like them.
Which I
yes,
love.
And they're Schmidt nibs. I agree. They are really great. I haven't had a bad nib on a Benu at all. They're really good.
They're all fantastic.
They really are. I don't know what kind of magic they're doing over there in Armenia. Kind of special tea they're drinking.
15%, 100 pens. Wow.
Wow. Congratulations.
You're not too late, Michael. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so I definitely, is it the Dream Bean by Talisman? I think that's the one I'm looking at. I have so many brown pens.
Oh, it has like coffee beans in it, right? Or something like that.
It's so cool. And I also like the Edelweiss.
It's so trippy looking. Yes. Yeah. That's the newest Talisman, right? The Edelweiss.
I feel like the Edelweiss
is that right?
I don't know. It's kind of been around since I've watched them, but I love it's kind of like a minty blue or like a mint green and black. It's really pretty.
Maybe I'm confusing that with a different pen. I don't know.
So let me just think. So if you had to pick, what pen would you give to a beginner that's under $30 as a holiday gift? What would be like a little $30 bundle you would give as a gift?
I would definitely do a TWSBI Eco. I think they're a little more than $30 now.
I think they're
definitely a TWSBI Eco, I think, would be a good deal. You probably have to kind of show them the ropes with the piston filler because it's, you know, especially for a beginner, that could be a little weird, but once they get the hang of it, I think it's definitely a good pen. I like the way TWSBI's write. I love the demonstrator aspect of the TWSBI Eco. And if you bust the pen, it's not a huge loss.
Right.
So,
they're pretty durable, I would say.
They are pretty durable. I agree. They are.
Yeah, that was like my first pen was the Eco with the rose gold trim, the white. And I remember
I think I have that one. Yeah. Some of their limited ones I totally jumped all over. So I still have those. Eco was the first pen for Sherry.
Yep.
There's a lot of people who are TWSBI fans. So yeah, TWSBI is a good pen.
TWSBI hands down. TWSBI Eco, absolutely. It really is, and it feels special too.
Yeah, it does. So, but that's another pen brand you get a lot of bang for your buck, I feel like. And their nibs are pretty good too.
Yep. Really pretty. Kaweco, I mean, I TWSBIs are fantastic if I was gonna go with a piston fill for sure. I can't think of any other pen. Like the Pilot Metropolitan I got, but it didn't like, it just doesn't speak to me, and it feels a little stuffy, I guess. I don't know.
It's a little blah to
Yeah.
me. There's
I got
really
like a
nothing
pretty,
special.
I don't even know if it's in this case anymore, but I got like the matte gold, which I thought was pretty classy,
Uh-huh.
but I still never reached for it. And the TWSBI I was just so excited to get in the mail.
So
And
for a beginner pen user, what would you get them for Christmas or for their
for a pen?
Yeah.
I if I didn't do the TWSBI, I really enjoy Kaweco's. I just think they're so much fun. And they're very affordable, and it's a cartridge fill. So if somebody's really hesitant and they don't want to deal with like a bottle of ink.
That is actually a very good point. I didn't think about that because I'm like, here's an eco, here's a bottle of ink, have fun.
Well, that is so much fun, but I feel like if somebody's like a little intimidated, but they want to get the experience, like I love that macchiato color.
Definitely.
And then you could get some ink cartridges with it, get a clip to make it a little pretty if you want, but it's just really fun. And maybe like a little Rhodia notebook or something like that.
Yes. Well, this, so here's a comment right here by Wolf. Yes. Jin Hao. That's actually a very good, a good first pen as well. Yeah, I agree with that.
X159, which I do love. These are so.
That's actually a nice looking pen.
It's really
very nice looking.
In my currently inked this week, I did a side-by-side of this pen and my Mont Blanc 149, because that's like, you know, what this pen is ripping off.
Right.
But I have this in green and cream, and they're just really nice. They're really nice.
That is nice. That would be a good beginner pen.
Jin Hao is a great brand for starters. I agree.
I might have to take back my TWSBI Eco suggestion and go with the Jin Hao.
That's the first time. That's even more. I mean, with the Jin Hao 159, you can get, with the X159, you can get a pen, ink, and paper for under $30.
Yeah. So especially if it's like maybe like a Secret Santa gift or something like that, that would be, you know, because there's always like a price threshold for those. So that would be a good suggestion.
Converters, which is unbelievable.
That is true.
Michael says he grew up on Kaweco in Europe. Did you have to use them in school? I love hearing, I think Yost talks about having to use a fountain pen in like primary school.
I gotta ask Michael a question. Michael, is that what your hair looks like, man? Wow, it looks silky.
I love the waves. Lumpy recommends the Lammy. I think you've heard the story about how he devoured my Lammy Joy. And then I was all excited because I put the Lammy Joy in.
No, I don't think.
Did you not hear that? He's eaten 2 of my Lammy pens.
No.
He's fresh. Thank God he didn't get something else. He's got a Tiger Wood Jin Hao.
Oh my goodness.
Tiger Wood, like the golfer?
No, that sounds interesting.
Medium nib.
The Tiger Wood Jin Hao series? I didn't know Tiger probably does. Maybe he does use a fountain pen.
The 9019 I've never heard of. I have not seen that one. Is it a larger pen, Michael? I feel like I've watched a review recently on a large Jin Hao, and I want to say it was like bigger than the X159. I wonder if it was this one.
Get out of here. Because that 159 is pretty big.
It is big.
That is a big pen. Wow.
Script writing. Oh, that's so nice. I wish they still taught that. Did I tell you they do the wine, and there's a class. It's offered nationally, actually. I don't know if I talked about it on here last week. It's called Sip and Script. So it's like the paint classes that you go to when you drink and you paint with friends.
Oh, yeah.
So if you Google it, it is called Sip and Script, and they do calligraphy. And it looks like so much fun, and they're all over the country. So I'm going to go with some of my girlfriends around here. So what they do is they'll do like traditional lettering, and then they'll do something holiday inspired. So during the month of December, a lot of them are doing like calligraphy on ornaments. And then they'll also do the
That is so cool.
You drink wine and you do some writing. So I think I'm going to take my mom during the holidays because I'm such a nerd about the pens, and everyone's like, enough with the pens. I'm like, well, if there's wine involved, will you come? And so I've gotten a few people.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Large, right? It does sound like fun. And you know, they host their shows or demonstrations at like local bars and restaurants. So it'll be like a Thursday at 4 p.m, and you can go and
that is a brilliant idea.
Classes. They look like a lot of fun. Sip and Script. Isn't that such a fun
Script? I'm gonna have to see if there's one around here.
It's a woman-founded company. I don't know. I kind of said it as a joke. Like I said to my mom, we should take like a calligraphy class together because my mom used to do calligraphy back in the day growing up, but she had that one set that everybody had in the box with the different nibs. Where is Sip? Google it. If you Google it right now, you're going to see, and you can filter by your area and it will tell you where it is. I want to say just in the Boston and Central Mass area, there's like 5 a month. Sip and Script.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That is a really cool concept.
Screen layout, Shift 6. Let me just see if I do this. I don't know. I know there's a way that I could probably share my screen, but
like a picture-in-picture type of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely Google it and you'll see. Sip and Script.
Yeah, definitely Google it and you'll see. Fun. I'm gonna have.
Yeah. Don't live near a big city. You might be surprised.
That's okay. You can host your own sip in your
That's right. That's right.
Sip and Script in your own kitchen. Get your own bottle of wine and whip out your pens and go to town. Anything can happen.
Good to go.
Drunk dialing people or drunk ordering pens. I mean, who knows? Anything can happen.
So has anybody in the chat seen Schitt's Creek, or are we just going to be talking to each other? It's so bad. My feedback's worse this week. I'm going to leave this video and come back. I'll be at BRB, okay?
Okay, so it's my show again. She'll be back. She's trying to fix those situations. So yeah, okay. So like Lori asked, has anyone seen the show Schitt's Creek? It is a very interesting show about the Rose family. You know what? I'll clear this up right now about the headset use. So when I connect a headset to this computer, you won't be able to hear me. So we've tried messing around with that before as well. We're gonna figure this out, guys. I know it's still trial and error. She's back.
I'm back, so, but yeah, I still might be feedbacky. Seems a little better.
Yeah. So yeah, it's so Schitt's Creek. So it's not spelled like S-H-I-T.
It's S-C-H-I-T-T.
Yes. So, and it's a town, I guess in Canada, or supposed to be.
Is that where it's supposed to be?
I think it's a Canadian show, but yeah, so I think it's located, it seems like it's in Canada. The actors are Canadian. But yeah, the actors are actually related. You've got
Eugene and Dan Levy.
Yes, Eugene Levy, who I saw in movies as a kid, where he was in this one movie with John Candy. I can't remember the name of it. I just remember at one point Eugene Levy was wearing assless chaps, and John Candy was dressed as a woman. I think it's like something dangerous. I wish I could remember what it's called, but it was pretty hilarious. But yeah, and then Dan Levy, that's his son, and he's the creator of the show, right?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they were together. You just froze on me, Vanessa. Oh, we lost Vanessa for a second.
That was his baby.
You're back. You froze for a second.
I'm still here. I don't know was it a funny looking froze? Was it?
It was very like, it looked like you were in deep thought.
I was like, yes,
Um,
always
so
deep thought.
for those of you who don't know Schitt's Creek, they are like extremely wealthy family that like loses their fortune. And they have nowhere to go, but they
Right.
realized that they had bought the town called Schitt's Creek. They own the town, so they go to the town to live, and they have to start over. And they live in a motel, and it's just like a totally different lifestyle for them. And there's the son who's played by Dan Levy, and his sister Alexis, and the mother
Yes.
is Moira, and she is just the best
She's
character
very
ever.
Moira.
Maybe it's that time.
Hilarious. And she is played by, what is the name of
She
what's
was
the name
the
of the
mom
actress
in
that
Home
plays
Alone.
Moira? Armed and Dangerous. Yes, thank you. Armed and Dangerous. That's the name of that movie. I've probably seen that about 1 billion times. But yeah,
I've never seen that.
that was a movie. It's like from the 80s. You know, it's pretty funny.
That sounds like
Of course,
fun.
I mean,
Levy
you have
was
John
in
Candy,
Social
Eugene Levy.
Music Documentary. Hilarious. Real quickly, Joey, I named my dog Lumpy after my dad, who we lost in March. In the 70s, my dad used to play darts, and he had a lounge in the basement with all of his hippie friends in the 1970s, and they used to have dart tournaments, and his nickname was Lumpy, and he had shirts made that said Lumpy's Lounge. And when my dad was sick,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I we lost my dog Lulu in February, and then we lost my dad in March. When my dad was going through treatment, we had identified Lumpy at the he was just born in the litter, and I said, "Dad, I think we're gonna name him Lumpy," because we had a Lulu and a Lucky, so we just kinda had the L names going, and it was my dad was really happy about that. But it's funny because everyone's like, "Why would you name a cute little puppy Lumpy?" But it actually really suits him, the name.
That's a great name. And it's a great because I'm sure every time you say Lumpy, you think of your dad.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, the dog too, but you know, it reminds you of your dad.
Yeah, it worked out really nicely. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. So I have a great pen for David.
Uh-huh. Well, it's gonna be
I
black.
yes, I think David would love the Raven,
I
who
think
wore
you're
all
right
black
because it's
all the
completely
time.
black. It's all black all the time.
He was
Yes,
kind of
I agree.
moody.
I totally agree.
I
He
feel
was,
like he would
yeah,
have
he's kind of
loved the
moody.
Raven. Mhm.
Yes, I agree. Well, would that be before or after he opens the apothecary? Because he kind of
Ooh,
lightens up a bit when he meets that guy, the guy that he ends up getting together with, and
he does. He lightens up quite a bit. I
they
don't
open
know. I
the
think
apothecary. He kind of lightens up a little, like
style-wise,
he's a
I
little
think
more like
it would still
he's
suit
all in
him.
love. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. I think so too.
Um,
Oh, somebody's just real quick. I uh to, Tony Tone. Okay, she inks her pens, gets a mess, tips of how to remove it. The only thing I could suggest to you is a whole lot of patience. It'll wear off. I had ink on my fingers earlier today, and yeah, after all the washing and all that stuff, it's already gone. So just
I used to get really bent out of shape when I got ink on my hands, and then if I was online, like, doing video, and now I've just kind of embraced it.
definitely.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the Schitt's Creek. What pen would actually, before I say that, another good David pen? Do you know which pen that is?
Wait, say it again. You cut out for a second.
Did I cut out? The Benu Skull and Roses. It's all black and it has skulls and roses on it.
That would be
I think
good
that
for
would
him.
also suit his personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably had
it's
a couple
also very, very
sweaters
moody.
with the skull on it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Right? He's Dawn dishwashing liquid does a
Dawn
good job
dishwashing.
too.
Oh, that's true. Dawn is pretty good stuff. That is good
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Takes grease out of your way.
Exactly. Dawn is good. So when we were thinking about for Moira, she's really over the top, but just given, so Vanessa had sent me a little meme about Moira with Bebe, because that's how she says baby. And it was a whole montage of get the
Yes.
Bebe. So I thought maybe the Mont Blanc, the little white baby.
Well, I'd have to give her the Mont Blanc baby.
That's right.
Yes. So
I thought exactly the same thing. There's only one pen named Baby.
yeah, and the way she it's like a Bebe.
Bebe.
The minute I've had this pen, and I've so I'll show people what I'm sure people know what I'm talking about, but just in case you know, ever since I've had this pen and unboxed it, I can't help it after watching that show.
That's got to be Moira's.
Yeah. Yes, that would definitely, and she could have the black one too. That would be her. She's
Yes, because she has all of her black as well. She and David both.
That and her wigs, her wig collection's hilarious.
Fantastic. We're going to take a question from Michael, and then we'll do a couple other characters. I'll say really quickly that my husband is happy that this collection is small because I've had other collections that take up a lot more space than pens.
Yeah, my husband, I don't know what he thinks. He thinks it's silly, I guess. But my whole family makes fun of me about it, so they think I'm a big nerd.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
I feel like it came out of nowhere for me. Like I've always liked journaling and stuff, but this I just went so hard with the pens. It's very me, but because I tend to go hard into hobbies.
Yeah,
but I feel like this
I'm
is
the
different.
same.
I feel like because this can be kind of personal, like this feels so much more personal than other hobbies.
Well, I think it is more personal than other hobbies because you're getting a pen that is something that is really tuned to your taste as far as like nib size, ink color, weight of the pen, line variation. I mean, all of it. So it's really a personalized type of hobby. You get what you like. And
and then that's just the beginning. Then you have all the ink that can make it even more personal.
The inks and then the paper selection, the whole thing.
Our audio is horrible, and I know it is, and I know it's hard for people to even listen. Turn off the volume, but if I turn off the volume, I won't be able to hear. But somebody suggested that last week too.
Yeah, that's what the same. If I turn on the volume, I can't hear either.
Right.
I can read lips a little bit, but I'll probably misunderstand you. Headphones,
I can see if my headphones.
I can't hear you. Or did you turn out? Because now I'm going to have to read lips. Okay.
Is that better? Try with the headphones. I don't know if I have headphones nearby. I can try. But.
Yeah. Because I was like, now I have to read lips.
Let's give it a whirl. Is that any better, friends?
I'll see you later, Monica. She's got to go make a video.
Bye,
yeah,
Monica.
Before the crew gets on.
Does this sound any better, folks? I'm just curious. Vanessa, do you have headphones handy?
I also need to use headphones.
It's quieter.
Okay. Let me see. I think I don't know if this will.
Thank you for being our test audience.
Yeah, you guys kind of are our test audience because, once we get this figured out and we get a definite system, it'll be much better, I promise. Let's see here. Where's the jack at? Oh, here we go. Okay.
I'll be really happy if this works. Vanessa, testing? I don't hear Vanessa. Can you hear me, Vanessa? I don't hear you. Unmute your mic. Your mic is muted. So maybe unmute and then put the things back on. Okay. Now put your AirPods in. Vanessa has to change
I muted it.
Says Vanessa has to change her microphone back to her phone or laptop. Sounds much better. Do I sound better? I just can't hear Vanessa yet. You guys are the most patient group of people ever. Thank you. Lori sounds better. Okay. Bye, Wolfcat Kit Witch. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I sound better, but I don't hear Vanessa.
That's what I need. Oh.
I just got you. I unmuted you on my side.
Oh.
Oh, but you don't have your headphones on. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's what. So this has happened. Now, if I have another computer I could probably do this with. So maybe I'll try that next week and see if that works.
This feels much better to me. But see, now my feedback's coming back.
Well,
we're just going to go with it. We have 7 more minutes.
Yeah, I just have to go with it.
Michael says it sounds good now.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay.
Sick. Now I have the feedback. Oh.
I will say it's very impressive that we keep at this because this is like now our 3rd week live plus 2 attempts not live, and we keep coming back for more.
Well, my mama didn't raise a quitter. So.
So I am heading to New York City tomorrow. Well, we're going to be in Connecticut tomorrow and then going to New York Wednesday, Thursday. And were we talking last week about whether or not to go to Yoseka?
I think Yoseka. I think you were going to go to Yoseka.
I'm wondering if somebody in the chat knows of a place like a stationery store that might carry fountain pens other than like Yoseka, Lamy, or the Fountain Pen Hospital. Those are the 3 that are on my radar. But I swear there was a YouTube video out once and somebody shared other stationery stores like big bookstores. Does anybody follow Abby C? She is, she wrote a book she's big into traveler's notebooks. and she goes to a particular, maybe it's called the Strand. There's some bookstore that she goes to, and I think they carry a lot of, stuff that we would love. So I'm just wondering if there's something like off the beaten path that I can go to. I'm gonna be splitting my time between pen shops and thrift stores. Thank you very much. Yeah, Japan was fun. What are you packing for your trip to Turkey?
Clothes. Probably some makeup. Not really. I travel very light when I go. My goal is to keep everything in a carry-on. And I did that for the Amsterdam trip. Everything was just in a carry-on. And I hate checking bags. Yeah, I fold it really small and tight and just, like puzzle pieces. And I hate dealing with the baggage claim area.
And
that's my goal.
Do you pack anything for pens and journals and things like that, or do you just figure you'll buy stuff there?
Well, I figured I'll probably buy a couple things there. I've got my eye on something, a dip pen from Sepia Accessories, and it will match. Let me see if I can reach around here. It should match this inkwell, this brass inkwell.
Oh, that's
so it's beautiful. A Turkish company. Yeah, they make such beautiful, beautiful accessories. So this one I picked up at the Dutch Pen Show because they were there. So there is a dip pen they just recently made that matches it. So that's that is definitely on my radar. But I usually don't end up spending a whole lot of money at pen shows unless I see something that's really unique. Something that you can't just get anywhere. But I was debating, should I check a large suitcase, like an empty one, just in case?
I do that every time I travel because I always thrift when I travel. So I never go anywhere without an empty suitcase.
Okay.
You probably, maybe not a huge bag, but I mean.
Because I was thinking about that. I don't know what I'll find, and I like just another little carry-on size bag that I can just.
I wonder if Galen Leather.
I might have to jettison some clothing.
I think that's a great idea. I just wanted to say thank you, Karen, the Strand Bookstore. I think I'm going to go there. I've heard great things about it. I always check in empty smallers. We are consumers.
Yes, we are all consumers.
I'm always fascinated not fascinated, but just like I love to see what the exclusive is for the pen show. So like, is there a particular sponsor for this pen show?
Actually, so this pen show is. It's actually, from what I understand, it is a pen store called Marca Kalem. And they are a big store there in Turkey, and they are the ones sponsoring the show and organizing the show. So, but they are friends, of course, with the people over at Galen and a lot of these other Turkish manufacturer companies. So, but they're the ones that I've been in contact with, who I've been, speaking to about all this, and I'm hoping to get a look at their store, as well as I've been talking to Eunice over at Galen. I would like to get a tour of Galen Leather and film that so I could share that with everyone. Just because, it's not. Well, it's not every day you get to go to Istanbul and go visit Galen Leather and look at, their facilities is what, I would like to see. So yeah, I'm really, looking forward to that. Just very, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet from Galen Leather. They're so nice. They are.
Do you want to write in the chat or just share with the chat what the name of the pen show is in case people missed last week? Because I know we touched on it in our conversation last week.
Let me see if I can join the chat, because I think I have to connect my YouTube. Let's see if I can do that.
Oh, what is it called? I can write it in for you if that's easier.
let's see. Well, I might be able to. Hold on. Let's see if I can. They want to make sure it's really me. So
Michael, do you mean like a Patreon group? We could definitely do that. We've given some thought to maybe starting our own YouTube channel once we figure this out, and then do all of our streaming there for both of us. And then we could also, once we get mics and everything that work well, we can also make this a podcast and then people can listen. I don't think anybody would want to listen to it now because the audio is so terrible. But once we get it figured out.
Okay, here I am. I'm in.
Okay, great.
So it's called
So you're sharing the name of the pen shop?
Yes. So that's me, Pen Gangsta, in case you don't know who that is.
Pen Gangsta is Vanessa.
Join the chat.
Yes.
That would be me. So let me make sure I have that pulled up correctly. Markacolumn.com. So it would be that's their website. Oh, wait. It failed to post. Let me try that again. Gosh. This episode is filled with all kinds of fun surprises today.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try again. No, it won't. It won't let me post that website. So
be like a travel mule, like go to people do that in Japan. Michael said, because we travel more, people can pay us to pick things up for them. I'm gonna Venmo Vanessa for some cool things in Turkey. No.
Well, that's my mom. I talked to her yesterday and she said there's this tea I got when I was there 20 years ago. And if you can find that and bring it back to me, I'd be very grateful. I said, just tell me the name of the tea and I will locate it and hook you up.
Oh, so, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So she's pretty excited about that.
That is great. There was a tea that they put in our hotel room every day in Japan. And it starts with an H. It's in my cabinet because every day I would like hoard it and just put it in my bag so they would refill the tea every day. And I have never found it around here. It's something like Hari something, but I think it's a green tea, and it's very particular. And at first, when I tasted it, I didn't enjoy it, and now it's so unique that I love it.
So it's like an acquired taste?
Yes, I think so, but I don't see it around here. Well, this is a very good friend. I want to meet this friend.
I want to be friends with your friend too. I would like a Namiki Emperor.
Seriously.
Gosh. What kind of are y'all like a special type of friends?
Seriously. We need to hear more about this friend, Shaq MD. Vanessa, do you want to share with the chat? Because Vanessa has a much more interesting collection than I have, I feel. Was it Cypress? Is that the name?
Oh, Cypress, yes, the Cypress Urushi. I don't know
Those
if y'all
are really
familiar.
beautiful.
I have one inked right now.
Yes.
The one that I showed you. So this is Cypress. Let's see if I can get it in the light so you can see. Here, just kind of.
She was sharing with me that these are just more affordable Urushi pens.
Yeah, if you're into Urushi, you definitely need to look at Cypress. They are based in Taiwan, and they have their stuff is very competitively priced. Them and Wancher is also another one to look at. But Cypress has a lot more personality, in my opinion. Such as this one. This one you have your Raiden, and you have some. You can't really see. I don't know why I can't get it to the light to hit it. But if you look closely, there is some glitter powder that was sprinkled on it.
I can see it. It's subtle. It's beautiful.
It is, yeah. And then the blue is also. So this is all like different colored powders with inlaid Raiden, and then they also, here's the inside. So the grip section carries that red also. But Cypress pens, you can get it with a gold nib, but for the most part, you will end up getting a stainless steel, either you could get a Bach or a Yovo nib. But they're very affordable because most Urushi pens, especially the pens from Tasha, Tasha pens are like,
those are so expensive.
I mean, like $1,000 up, right? So Cypress, you could find a lot of their Urushi pens for like $900 and lower. So this one, for instance, I think this one is close to $600.
I really love how just the combination of those colors from top to bottom with the Raiden in between.
The design
so
I think is really interesting too. So yeah, the colors, and they have one that is it's like more red or more blue. So I just happen to like all three of the colors on there. So yeah, I'm really a big fan of Cypress pens. They're very nice to deal with, which that's important too. If you're gonna buy pens from a company, you of course want to, them to be nice and able to work with you. So Wancher, I've also had good experiences with them. So yeah.
I don't know that company, Vanessa. What is that? Wancher?
Yeah, here, I'll put it in the chat so I don't have to. It's like spelling bee, right?
I know, right? I also put Vanessa's YouTube channel in the chat for anybody. You should definitely visit her. I mean, if there's a pen out there, I feel like you've reviewed it, and I love it.
I try.
You've shared so many great ones.
Yeah. I've had access to a lot of really fun and unique pens. A lot of them on loan. A lot of them I've bought myself. So a lot of my collection is what I'm showing you on that channel.
Did you decide? I'm curious if you decided to give back the Pelican M600 to Yost, or did you keep it?
I still have it. I pretty much have it on loan, and pretty much until I give it back.
Indefinitely,
or you ask for it. It can be indefinite. I mean, I have a couple of pens here that are on loan. We're talking about this pen right here, one of the newer M600s.
That's an M600. It's like an art one.
Yeah, it's the art, and the artist that is I can't think of his name. It's so horrible. It's like Gaucho, an Italian artist. But yeah, the barrel is actually brass.
And so yeah, Vanessa mentioned last week that it had some weight to it. So that's what I found intriguing.
Yeah, I wish I could get a better look. If you want a good look at it, my Instagram has photos of it right now. So, but yeah, this is a really nice one. So I am debating, approaching him about maybe I buy it and keep it and love it.
What are your favorite N? Like nibs? Is that what he means?
Maybe.
And 2 days after was alive again. What's
nibs? Yeah, he's like at the very. It's like nibs. It's nibs.
Nibs. Yes. I have the most fun. I have the most fun writing with broad nibs for fun, but as a practical matter, I'm probably more of a medium nib girl, depending on what I'm writing in.
I'm the same. I like broads because I actually see the potential with broads to take the broad to a Nibmeister and get it suited for me, a different grind or whatever. By the way, I did ask Kirk if he ever wanted to be a guest on our show, and he said yes. So we could talk to him about nib grinding.
That would be fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen him on anything.
He's been on Penboy Roy's show, and I think he is going to appear on Yost's game show.
Oh, fun! That'll be fun.
Yeah, so that it hasn't debuted yet, but he did film. I just saw him on Saturday. He was in Houston at Drongles, and he just filmed the game show with Yost. So that'll be fun. But yeah, Kirk is a great guy. Really great.
Yes,
guy.
This is Kurt Spear of Pen Realm. He's a Nibmeister, and he was at the Orlando show, and he worked on a few of my pens. It's the only time I've ever had custom nib grind or any special attention to the nibs, and he was just fantastic. And funny enough,
He's
I
really
had
talented.
so good. I had scheduled with a guy out of New York. He's also someone who does a special nib grind for the Esterbrook pens. Initials
JJ?
JJ.
JJ. Yeah.
And all of my appointments got canceled, and I kept rescheduling, and then I'd get this bump back that said canceled. And I'm like, what is going on? So I didn't know if he overbooked or what, but then come to find out he was sick and he didn't go to Orlando. So then I was worried.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
He's
So
a great guy too.
He was supposed to be there. And when I just happened to look at the different people who were going to Orlando, and he was you could schedule an appointment on his website. But anyway, so that's how I ended up with Kurt. But it was it was great. It worked out great because I was able to meet him, and he did such a great job. And yeah.
Yeah, Kirk is really good. JJ Lax is pretty good too.
JJ Lax, that's his name.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
This is a great question. What are the best pen stores near your area? Well, you're near Drumgools, which is great. They had a huge presence.
Yeah. Drumgools is, and they go to just about every American pen show imaginable, family owned since the early 1960s.
Wow.
Really great people, and they have an online store as well. So, but they carry all kinds of great stuff.
So I had never bought anything from them online. They just weren't kind of one of the stores that I frequent online, but they were so amazing at the Orlando Pen Show. I got my Leonardo there, the Leonardo exclusive that they had. It's a smaller Momento Zero, and it's so pretty. And then I got Mont Blanc ink. They have like an ink specialist there. I can't remember her name, but I swear she said she writes like a blog for them, and she's like she's an ink addict. And so at anything, she got me the Candy Marsala from Ferris Wheel Press to go with my Scribo, because I wanted like I don't know, she matched that up. She was great. I got a Mont Blanc ink with her. So I thought that was
they have like a huge ink collection there. They have the ink bar, and it's just like, it's 2 walls lined with inks. I mean, just about every ink you could think of. Yeah, it's insane. It's great.
That's spectacular. I would love to visit someday. They were really nice.
Oh yeah. They're very
So that's
nice
kind of your go-to in your area?
Yeah, that's, back, before I moved back to Houston, I was ordering mostly online. But now that I live in Houston, I can go to Drumgools, which is about 30 to 40 minutes away. So it's not too close, or I could get in a lot of trouble. So it's far enough away to, go for a visit every once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a similar situation. We have 2 stores. We have, of course, Apple Booms, which is in Downtown Crossing in Boston. So that's definitely, you need to figure out where you're going to park and things like that in the city. And they have limited hours, but I've actually only visited the store once. I think my husband's been there more than I, because he works in the city. So I've seen he's run a few errands for me there. But the one that I feel like I go to more, which isn't, it's been around for a long time. It's called Bob Slate's, and it's in Harvard Square in Cambridge. So you walk up the stairs in Harvard Square in their store area. To the right is all of their high-end stationery, and to the left is where you can get fountain pens. They just have like one display at the back of the store, but they have a pretty good selection. But they're not online, and I've talked to them about being online, and they're just very old school. And I feel like they've posted on their website about how they need people to come to the store and make purchases and whatnot. But I say I wish you guys were online, because that's kind of where it's at right now. But that's a really fun store, and Harvard Square is so much fun. So if you're ever in the area, Downtown Crossing has a ton of stuff.
Maybe someday. Well, hold on. We have a special guest with us. Come here. If you're going to interrupt, it's my daughter.
Hi.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
She needs her mama.
She's 18. And
beautiful.
She's a lot of trouble, but we still love her.
Anyways, your shirt's cute, but I'm gonna go to Dutch Bros with Cora.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Have fun.
I know they'll miss me.
Yes, everybody will miss you.
I was joking with my daughter. We have a joke with my daughter that the aliens take them when they're like 15, and then they return your daughter like maybe around 19 or 20. Because when Rocco was little and Angie used to play with him all the time, at one point he stopped. She wouldn't have anything to do with him, and a friend said that, "Don't worry, Rocco. Like the aliens took Angelina at like 14. They'll bring her back." So just recently, she said something like, "Mom, I think the aliens brought me back."
Return.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm still waiting for my daughter to return to me. She's a nightmare right now. So
18 is yeah. Okay, I'm going to run through some of these. Broad and stub nibs preferred for me. Stub nibs really make your
I like a good
writing,
stub too.
Yeah, they look so nice.
Yes, like faux calligraphy. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. I love to hear from people who love extra fine because I can't relate, but I'm also like fascinated because I feel like extra fine people. I have this preconceived idea that extra fine nib people are very organized and they're minimalists and they like, and I feel like the broad
You know what?
people
I
like
get the
we're like
same thing
out there, right?
Yeah, but I think of that too.
Enrico,
Like
you'll have to let us know if I'm right on that.
Yeah, are you super organized or
I
what's
need
your
to
story?
know. Oh, I'm so behind in the chat. Do you have a favorite ink brand?
I always tend to go back to the J. Urban inks. They're very well behaved, and also the Pilot inks are very good. So they're Pilot Iroshizuku.
So good. For well behaved, yes.
They are good.
I actually think Diamine is underrated because I feel like you could test so many inks out and they're not expensive.
No,
they
they're
have
not.
such a variety.
They are pretty good. They do have a great variety. They're not priced too crazy, like $30 ink bottle.
Right. Like I love my J on inks, but I feel like that's a little bit more of an investment. Some of the inks, like the Emerald of Chivard. Am I saying that right? The color that I have in this is the something de Egypt. That's
okay. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
No, I'm talking about for the Urban ones, definitely the standard inks.
The standard ones,
Cacao,
yes.
Yeah, Cacao de Brazil is one of my favorites. It's kind of a brown
color.
gray.
I love that.
That's one.
Oh, where'd we lost her?
Always my go-to color because it goes with everything. So yeah, you look like.
Am I on fat? Did I freeze? We're like, yes, that ink is so
You
good.
did it just for a second.
I think I did. I think I had that in my platinum calico for a while. It's so good. That's a really great color. Annual trip. Oh, she looks just like you. Oh, we have a Brooklyn. Lucky to live in Brooklyn, so I have access to Fountain Pen Hospital. Dromgold's on my last Houston trip. I haven't been to Atlas. So then you've probably been to Yoseka, Karen, if you're in Brooklyn. Karen, have you ever been to the restaurant Miss Ada? Miss Ada? It's like a Mediterranean restaurant in Brooklyn, and we're hoping to get back there this week when we go back. I've never been here either.
Annual trip to Farney's.
Oh, I'm dying to go to Wonder Pens.
Wonder Pens. Oh, I've heard about Wonder Pens. If I ever make it to Toronto, that'll be great.
Yes. Oh, extra fine nib for Spencerian writing.
Okay.
I would, somebody, who was it? I feel like this person was on Yost's show. He's a young kid. I think his name's Michael, but he does beautiful calligraphy.
Is it Aiden?
Aiden. Yeah. Where am I getting Michael?
Aiden
That's who it is.
Yeah. He has beautiful handwriting.
His handwriting is just gorgeous.
Yes. And he's so young. He's like a really young guy. And he just has the most beautiful handwriting. It's just nice to see someone so young doing stuff like that.
Yes.
So
I would love to take some. Oh, this is the color. Thank you, hun. Yes. I really butchered that one. I love that color. That's in my bourbon. It's beautiful.
Oh, I bet
And
that
no one Miss Ada.
looks really good together.
All right. That's got to get on your list, huh? Did I miss a question? Oh, everyday carries.
Well, I thought we've been over that. Right here.
I would say my everyday carry, like the pen I can't live without, is this. Is the Vanishing Point matte black.
You do. You like your vanishing points for sure.
I do.
For sure.
I mean, I just feel like this is what I journal with all the time, and not for like decoration, like not anything fancy, but this is just something like if I just need something reliable, I'll write with that. That's probably my everyday. And then a couple Cavecos. I don't know. I bring Estabrooks around with me too.
Yeah, I carry Estabrooks. My Mont Blanc baby. This one is always with me. I keep it in my little Galen leather case. You know, but I keep that, and then I always carry a couple of bigger pens with me. But this is always my go-tos.
That's so compact. How big does the bebe get?
The bebe gets about this big.
Let me see.
It's still pretty small, but it's still kind of small.
How does that compare to a Caveco posted?
I have a Caveco right here.
Let's see.
So let me do
I love
that.
pen comparisons.
So they're very close, actually.
Okay. All right.
So they're very close in size. So it's comfortable.
So
it is. And this was just something that I got it last December. I think that's about the time they first came out, and I saw it and I was like, if I'm going to invest in a Mont Blanc, I'm going to invest this one. So it's super cute. And then without the it being posted,
it's really
like a little miniature. Isn't that the cutest thing?
So
like
cute.
The little miniature baby.
I love it. I love the white. Yeah. I love the red and the white.
I do too.
It's so pretty.
I'm a fan. I'm a really big. This is probably one of my most favorite pens because the nib also, it's very bouncy. It feels really nice when you write with it. So it's a great pen. I wouldn't even mind having a bigger version of it, you know, if that were a possibility. So yeah, Michael likes my knife. Yeah, Michael, it's definitely a knife.
That is just ridiculous. It's crazy.
That's why I love it, because it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions? We've been going for an hour and 20. I feel like the sound stuff leveled off a bit. I feel like throughout the chat it gets really bad and then gets a little better, and I feel like
strange how that happens.
Yeah. But generally, do I sound better with the headset? Because this sounds fine for me. Oh, what's this?
Fairy tales.
Oh, fairy tales.
I don't believe I have.
I think I think it's just when I've ordered Ferris Wheel Press inks, that's just like one of their lines within Ferris Wheel Press. So you probably have. Like, what are some of their popular fairy tale inks?
I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe D Baby could let us know. Any other pen shows in your future? Well, I feel like it's the end of the season for pen shows.
I don't think there are any. Am I cutting you off?
You keep freezing, so I'm not sure. Like, I feel like sometimes your screen freezes, so then I'm not. Yeah.
But yeah, I think December, it's pretty much like there's no pen shows. There's more like little, like visits to pen stores. You'll have some of the brands show up and do like a little trunk show or whatever. But as far as pen shows, I think in December it's done, and it kicks back up about mid-January. It starts all over again.
It's crazy. Like, I feel like I've had the full year now. Oh my gosh, Michael, did he? So glad my wife. Now it's familiar. Oh, that's fantastic.
I don't know. Did he met you?
I think I met Michael.
Because I would have remembered Michael's hair. I would have remembered that. I'd be like, yeah, I recognize you.
It was really so fun. I really enjoyed Orlando. I don't know if it was just because it was my first show, but I feel like, oh,
no,
that's
Orlando's
right.
a good show. Orlando is a good show. I went to the first one, which was last year. It was a good first show. Return this year. Probably go back the year after that. So I like the Orlando show. That's one I will probably keep going back to.
So here's a good question for you, Vanessa, because I feel like you've been to a lot of the Pen shows. Oh, she just took the words out of my mouth. Which Pen show is the best, or what would you say are your top 3?
Definitely DC is the top one. If you want to go somewhere and get extremely overwhelmed, go to the DC show, because you have people from all over the United States. And then you'll have some of the sellers or the manufacturers from Europe who come over. Whereas like San Francisco, you have all over the United States, and you have people coming over from Asia. So, you know, you'll have DC has Galen Leather. It shows up this year. We have Leonardo was there. Best. The
DC is the largest in the world.
Next one I would have is it's the biggest, it's the best. I mean, nothing can top that. Everything else is tiny by comparison. But it's a great show, and there's always stuff going on, and it's really nice to see people when you get there, because you have people that are coming over from. So, and then
next year for sure. Yeah, I definitely have to get to DC next year. I felt like Orlando was a good first show because it was smaller.
Yeah, definitely.
You could really get your hands around it. It wasn't too overwhelming. The Tokyo show just happened. That is definitely something. If we're ever back in Tokyo, I would love to go to the Tokyo Pen show. Inky Rocks just did a haul. She lives in Tokyo.
Oh, really? I have to go check that out.
Oh, this is
yes, Tokyo is definitely on my list. Oh, wow. That is great. A unicorn.
Absolutely. That sounds like a gorgeous pen. Wow. M1000's on my list. We should do a field trip to Tokyo Pen Show. I think that would be fantastic. That's a great idea.
That would be so awesome.
I think it would be really fun. Yeah. So at the San Francisco Pen Show, there were like CY was there. That would be really fun. I used to live in San Francisco.
Oh, CY, yeah. He's me. Oh, did you?
I did for a little time. I was just going to say I haven't been back. So we moved home. Yeah, we moved home 6 weeks before my son Anthony was born, and he's going to be 25 on his next birthday. So I have not been back since. That would actually be a really fun thing to make a trip there, and then to see some of the vendors come over from Asia would be really cool.
Yeah.
That seems, and then I think you get a lot of people from the Toronto area too.
And then I think
sorry, the feedback.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
CY, he's made it to the DC show. I actually first met him at the DC show, not this past one, but the one before. And he actually came to Houston last year, and he actually ground the nib on this to his Miggy Naginata nib. So I have one of his grinds right here. So he's very cool. I like him. Nice guy.
He's an interesting guy. Yeah, he's actually visited Yoseka before as well, and he's been on their show.
Has he? Yeah, he's a great guy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this was really fun, folks. I feel like we should probably wrap it up and tend to our audio issues again.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us for an hour and a half.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
That's a lot of time to ask for somebody, someone to hang out. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
We appreciate you guys showing up and hanging in there with the issues that we've been having. Definitely drop in the chat. If you are a content creator and you have any videos coming up, let us know in the comments. Yeah, and also let us know if you have any questions for us for next week. When are you back from Turkey?
So I come back on the 22nd. So
Okay.
I probably won't be able to do a show next week, but
And
maybe
then we have
once
Thanksgiving.
I return.
So
And then
maybe,
I mean,
yeah. So why don't we plan for, so maybe 2 weeks. So when the kids go
yeah,
back and
right.
Thanksgiving is over and we've all enjoyed Black Friday sales and fun stuff, I feel like that will be a fun hour or
Yeah,
two to talk. Maybe we'll we'll do
definitely.
the full hour and a half. And if audio is good, maybe we'll go 2 hours, depending.
Hey man, I can go all night long.
So there.
Saying top pens all night.
There is no end. There is no end. Thank you, Michael. I'm
There's
glad you
no end.
enjoyed it. We're so happy, you guys. We
Yeah,
can
we
share
can
our
share our
hauls.
hauls. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I would love to hear what you guys end up with. That would be so great. You know, what kind of deals did you find? That's what I'm looking forward to, are the deals. Like, ooh.
Oh, we were supposed
You
to
know, is there
share a
gonna be
deal of the
special?
week too. That was supposed to be one of our things.
Ah.
I'm waiting on an order from Hong Kong because I put that order into Muse Pens. They had an
Oh,
exclusive.
that's right.
Yeah, so that hasn't arrived yet, but I'm waiting for that to come in. Thank you, Joy.
That'll
She
be
said, thank you.
great.
We don't mind being patient with the audio. You guys have been really patient
Thank
because this
you.
audio is
Yes.
really bad.
Yeah.
So we'll continue to work on that. If you guys have any good ideas for our show too, like if we were to get our own YouTube channel, what should we call it?
Yeah, we
After
don't have an official name.
we don't have a name yet. Right now we're just Lori and the Gangsta, which is kind of fun.
Yeah,
That
it's kind of
works.
fun.
That works.
So yeah.
Do you have any YouTube content coming out, Vanessa, anytime soon?
I've been so lazy I have lots of pens to review, and I don't know if I'm going to get to any of them this week.
Well, how about you record some stuff in Istanbul? Because that is going to be a really unique experience that I think everybody would love to hear.
I will definitely film some stuff in Istanbul. There will definitely be Instagram lives happening. Probably quite a few. I believe we're gonna do Instagram lives for each other's workshops. So we're gonna try to just, for those who can't attend.
That's fun.
I think it would
like
be
a
fun
virtual
to do that. So yeah.
This
Yeah.
is great.
Juicy broads. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh,
that's really fun.
Juicy
That's
broads.
really, really
Since
fun.
we both like broad nibs, that's awesome.
ER76 out of nowhere hasn't commented the whole time.
Who are you? You're awesome.
That's really funny, Vanessa.
That's the best name ever. I like it. Who wants
Where do we
broads?
go from there? Juicy broads.
I mean, that's just,
we might attract some interesting people to our
it would probably be very, very interesting type of people who show up. They'll probably be expecting something else.
Oh my God, that is so funny. That made my day.
Hilarious. But I do like that. We'll have to get t-shirts made. Juicy
broads. That's it. And definitely. So in addition to Black Friday, we're going to have a big Istanbul recap, because that will be
so definitely.
What workshop is Snowy Studio doing? I know you're doing your wax seal.
I'm doing the wax seal. I believe she's doing her ink splatters.
Oh, fun.
Her ink splatter workshop. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She does a lot of ink splatters with her journal pages.
Her pages are beautiful.
And then Denise, she does such a great job with that. She gets very creative, and she says it's really easy to do, and it makes your pages very interesting looking, and not just a plain page for writing. But yeah, and then I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sky Bambi. Tersh, she's going to be there doing a journaling workshop as well. She's pretty big in the journaling world, I believe. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at this comment that Michael just wrote. Saucy bags of estrogen. I don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah.
I
think I'm just going to default to juicy broads.
I like the juicy broads, saucy bags. I do like the word saucy. So
sassy. We could work sassy and sassy juicy broads.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Juicy Broads, I think, is ER76. Who are you? Because do you have an Instagram I can look at or something? I bet you're really interesting.
Yes, that was really great. That was so funny. Okay, everybody.
Have
Well,
you been
thank
here
you
the whole
so
time?
much. Yeah. Just coming in.
Been hanging out in the background?
ER76. We'll remember him or her for next week. So
Whoever
2
you
weeks
are.
off. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Spend
Yes.
some time with the people you love. Write a lot. And we will
So
see
writing.
you. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And yeah. Thanks for the name suggestion. That was really fun.
Best one
Bye,
yet.
everybody. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everyone. Take
Good
care.
night.